Hi everyone, Lisa here from Pretty Fabulous, and I have a quick Adobe InDesign tutorial for you today on how to create numbered lists in Adobe InDesign. There are actually three different ways that I have found, so I'm going to share all three with you to create this list that you see here. So let's go ahead and delete it and create it from scratch. So the first and easiest way is you're just going to go to the type tool and you're going to draw a text box, and you're going to come up here and you're going to hit numbered list. And then you're going to put in your items. I guess this is my grocery list for the produce section, and that's it. I guess we'll make this plural so it's all even. But here's the easiest, simplest way. Now, the only thing with this is you'll notice that all of the numbers in the numbered list, the formatting has matched the formatting for your text items, and they're a little smaller, right? That's just kind of how Adobe InDesign is like, this is what we think you want, so we're just going to do that. If I change this to ratio modern italic, it's going to make these ratio modern italic. If I change this to something else, what's something else that looks very different? Aiden, it's going to change these all to Aiden, right? And maybe you don't want that, right? So in those cases, the second method is you could take your list and you could say, you know, I really want different numbers. You can come up here to the type tool. You can go to bulleted and numbered lists and say convert numbering to text. So now the numbers are text. Probably not the most ideal, but at least this way I could change this to, let's say, just a regular number, text at 1. I could change this to text at 2, and this to text at 3, and this to text at 4. Because that's how I define these. I know it says days of the week, but if you double click these character styles, if you go inside of here, it is text to alt light 31. Also, if you don't know how to create character styles, it's really easy. You just go to window and you go to styles, make sure character styles is selected, and you can just create a new one like that. Character style, new style of Arial, right? Like, so it's not too fancy. It's not a big deal. You just go in here, you can type it or you can search for it in the drop down list. Everybody has Arial, and say okay. So now you can see that thing that was highlighted is now Arial. Now the only problem is if I add something else to this list, you can see it doesn't have any numbers because I converted all those numbers to text. So they're no longer a numbered list, right? It's not smart enough to know that this was 4 because I just made it a text. I would have to do 5 dot and then add grapes or something, and then I'd have to go back through here and I'd have to change it all over again. So that's kind of a pain, right? That's probably not what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and delete that. That was the second method. The third method is probably what you were looking for. You're going to go up here to the type tool. We're just going to start from the beginning again. We're going to create that list. What did I say? Apples, oranges, pears, bananas. All right, so now I want to change the numbered list, but I want to like the format, but I don't want it not to be a numbered list, right? So if I add something else again, I want it to just intuitively know that's 5, that's 6, etc. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to highlight this list and I am going to go to character styles. So same thing, you're just going to go up here if you don't see it on the right, window styles, and make sure paragraph styles is selected. So I'm just going to go ahead and define a new paragraph style. And I'm going to double click that and I'm going to say, you know what, I really want the bullets and numbering section to be something different. So character, you have to have character styles defined ahead of time. So maybe I really want that mauve gray, or I want, oh, let me put preview so you can see it. Or I want to do play fair display, right? There we go. And now that I've said okay, now it's changed it. So that's the third way to do it. So just to recap, remember the first way was you're going to take the type tool and you are simply going to make a list up here. Whoops, type tool would help if I selected that. Type tool, and then you're going to hit the numbered list and you're going to put in whatever Monday, Tuesday, and it's just going to take that same text or that same format of the font and the style and the size, and it's just going to kind of shrink it down for you, right? The second way, which is only if you want to do it kind of really quick and you don't want to go into paragraph styles, is bulleted and numbers lists from type, and go ahead and say convert to text. And then once it's converted to text, you can change that to anything that you want, because now it's just like a regular piece of text, but it's no longer a smart numbered list. So if I put something else in there, it doesn't know to make that number 3, right? So, and if I put number, it's just going to restart again at 1. So that's the second method. And then the third method over here, which is what we did, is we went into paragraph styles and we went over to bullets and numbering, and we selected a character style from here. So you do have to have character styles already set up. Now I do have other tutorials talking about character styles, but this is just something else and another alternative for you to kind of get your numbered list formatted correctly, and this font and the size and the color and everything else that you would like. All right, I hope that was helpful. Just a quick little how-to for you today, because I know sometimes it can be frustrating if you're like, why can't I select this number? Why can't I change it? So, all right, I hope everyone's having a fabulous day, and I will talk to you guys later.